The warehouse of the undead. It started as a dare. Danny, Lisa, and Mark had always been thrill seekers, exploring abandoned places for the adrenaline rush. That night, their target was an old warehouse on the outskirts of town, rumored to be haunted. The building had been shuttered for decades, its windows broken and walls covered in graffiti. Bet you won't last 10 minutes in there, Mark teased as they stood outside the towering structure. Lisa smirked. I'll show you. She pushed the rusty door open, the creak echoing ominously in the cold night air. The group stepped inside, flashlights cutting through the darkness. Dust and cobwebs clung to every surface. The air smelled stale, tinged with something metallic. The silence was deafening, broken only by the sound of their footsteps crunching debris underfoot. As they ventured deeper, Danny noticed something strange. Large, heavy crates were stacked haphazardly, some partially open, revealing blood-stained clothing and broken chains. What do you think was stored here? He asked uneasily. Something illegal, probably, Lisa replied, shining her flashlight on the floor. Faint streaks of dried blood led toward the back of the warehouse. I don't like this, Danny muttered. Relax, Mark said. There's no such thing as... A sudden thud interrupted him. All three froze, their flashlights darting around the room. Did you hear that? Lisa whispered. Another sound followed, a low, guttural growl. It came from the shadows at the far end of the warehouse. Danny raised his flashlight, and the beam landed on a figure slumped against the wall. Hey, are you okay? Danny called out. The figure stirred, its movements jerky and unnatural. When it turned to face them, the flashlight revealed a gaunt, decayed face with milky eyes. The figure let out an ear-piercing shriek and lunged. Run! Lisa screamed. The group bolted, but as they reached the entrance, more figures emerged from the darkness. Zombies, their rotting flesh hanging from their bones, shuffled toward them. Danny tried to push the door open, but it wouldn't budge. It's locked, he shouted. Impossible, Mark yelled, shoving at the door. The zombies closed in, their guttural moans growing louder. Lisa grabbed a metal pipe from the floor and swung it at the nearest one, its skull cracking under the impact. This way, she yelled, pointing to a staircase leading to the upper level. They scrambled up the stairs, barricading the door behind them with old furniture. From their vantage point, they could see dozens of zombies below, their lifeless eyes fixed on the stairs. We're trapped, Mark panted, his face pale. Maybe there's another exit, Lisa said, scanning the room. Her flashlight landed on a skylight. There! They climbed onto a stack of crates and managed to pry the skylight open. One by one, they crawled onto the roof. But as they stood on the rooftop, catching their breath, the realization hit them. The warehouse was surrounded. Dozens of zombies milled about outside, their groans filling the air. There's no way out, Danny whispered, his voice trembling. The night stretched on, the undead waiting below, and the friends realized the warehouse wasn't just abandoned, it was a trap. And they had walked right into it.